I'm obviously the managing director. I'm a geologist. I worked with Northern Star for many years and obviously experienced a high level of success with that company. I know what it takes to take good geology and turn it into a real working project. So I'm delighted to see that we managed to secure the YALGOO Gold Project. That is the advanced gold project that I've been looking to put into this company since I started just over 2 years ago. And in that 2-year period, we've spent a fair bit of time let's say, optimising the portfolio. So we now are very strongly focused on gold. YALGOO Gold Project is our key project, FORRESTANIA, and obviously the PATERSON Copper Gold Project as well. Our corporate profile, we've obviously had a bit of a change recently. Our chairman has changed to Mr. Mike Edwards. John Hutton was in an interim role, and he's stepped aside to allow Mike, who's also a geologist, to step into that role. So that's been a good move. Mike has been extremely supportive since starting. So 2 geologists at the top of the company, and we've got great geology to work on. Obviously our market cap has changed. Our shares on issue has changed with our recent capital raise. We now have a market cap of around 26 million at 10 cents. That was on Friday. Obviously our share price has moved a little bit since then. We have a tight structure, we have a good management team, and we have great geology. And I'd like to think that my history of success with successful companies will lead to some more success over this great project. Our primary focus is the YALGOO Gold Project. It has historical resources, and we are drilling now. So you can see on the map there where our projects are located. Obviously I will be focusing mainly on the YALGOO Gold Project. It is an advanced gold project, and by that I mean quite a bit of drilling has been done there, and it hasn't had anything happen in the last 15 years though, so that's where the real opportunity is for us, as the gold price has moved significantly since the last drill hole was put in. There is an existing resource there, historical, 140,000 ounces at a conservative 0.8 gram cutoff. The mineralisation is from surface, so there is definite opportunity for us to get involved immediately from the surface there. It's open at depth, and drilling is underway, so we have a rig on site at the moment. And I'm pleased to say that we obviously made a bit of an acquisition to bolster our ground position up there, which we announced to the market this morning with the HOLLAND acquisition, which I'll talk about shortly. So in the acquisition of the YALGOO Gold Project, it still astounds me. We managed to pick up almost entire coverage of the northern part of the YALGOO Singleton Greenstone Belt, which is the same geology, in fact exactly the same units as nearby Mount Magnet, which to me is another opportunity that we are yet to reveal, but they have the same rocks and the same intrusive and the same structural history. So that's pretty exciting. We're looking forward to drilling many more holes up there. About 600 square kilometres of coverage. A history of widespread high-grade gold production since the turn of last century, in fact since 1895 when gold was first discovered at YALGOO. The development of YALGOO actually mirrors the Mount Magnet gold area, in that both were discovered around about the same time, and they've both had about 120 years of history there. The difference is that Mount Magnet has had a lot more work done on it, and I think we're just at the start of the evolution of the YALGOO greenstone. There's 5 other advanced gold projects, prospects outside of the Melville gold deposit, which is our key deposit. So we have a lot of things that a lot of project prospects that we can walk up to and drill right now. And I'm also really excited, having walked around the project on several occasions now and found workings that aren't even listed on the Mindex reference site. So a lot of things for us to drill. We can see a lot of evidence of high-grade mineralisation. A lot of work has been put in over 100 years ago. And no meaningful exploration for the last 15 years, so that's the real opportunity. Numerous walk-up drill targets, opportunity for new resources. That's the other thing that I want to touch on. The Melville gold deposit, I will be working on a resource update for that to bring it to JORC 2012 compliance immediately. And then we will be working on growing that as a matter of priority. The first 2,500 metres that we will be drilling at Melville will be focused entirely on validating that resource and giving us the confidence then to embark on the following 7,500 metres, which will be focused on extending and defining the extents of that main deposit. All right, the other thing I wanted to point out is that there's 5 mills within 150 kilometres. Some of these have exceptional capacity and at this time underutilised. So that's pretty exciting for us as well. There's obviously a path to development. That's why we go out there and explore. That's why we create resources, because ultimately we want to mine them. And we are looking forward to bringing it closer to that happening. So a little bit more about Melville Gold, the deposit there. That's one of the images from our acquisition announcement. I've got a few more images that I will be updating the market with shortly. Some cross sections to give you an idea of the stacked loads that are sitting there, the mineralisation from surface, the laterite component. There is a supergene component, and there is mineralisation open to depth and some very high grades. The grades appear to increase at depth. I know everybody likes to say that, but we can see it in the drill holes, and I'd be more than happy to bring those cross sections out shortly. The last resource estimate was in 2004, so obviously it's historic. We'll be working on updating that now. A lot of intercepts after that resource was created, so that actually offers us an immediate opportunity to add to the new resource as well as the drilling we're doing right now. So I suppose just an idea of what we're looking at in terms of news flow: JORC 2012 update, the resource upgrade. Hopefully we can grow it and then continue to grow it. There's 8 kilometres of strike there that remains untested. We can see evidence of historical workings all the way along that 8 kilometres, which is along strike from Melville. We can also see evidence of an intrusive system, which looks to be the source of the mineralisation. That looks like an exciting target for us, so we'll be chasing that as well. And then overall, there's a 28 kilometre long shear zone, which actually covers the entire package of ground that we've picked up, and including the Holland acquisition that we just announced this morning. And obviously the gold price heading over 2,800 is always helpful. Holland acquisition, as we announced this morning, we picked up some tenements from local prospectors. They've been working there for the last 5 years. These tenements are quite valuable to us in that there are a couple of mining leases there. There are some old historic workings there. They have been mining alluvial gold there quite successfully for the last 5 years. And from the looks of the equipment that we've acquired, they've been doing pretty well. So we're pretty happy with that acquisition. We think we got it for fair value. We now also have an exploration base as part of that acquisition, and we have a bunch of processing equipment which we are yet to decide what to do with, but it's always good to have that. My feeling on that is that if we have the equipment and it's got the value that we basically acquired it for, and we decided to sell it, we would break even and still end up with the ground position. So a good outcome for us. I'm not going to rush off and join the Gold Rush crew anytime soon, but we certainly are excited to have the upside there. So we've picked up 4 historical high-grade gold mines in that acquisition. Continental to the north there, which is quite small. It's quite hard to see, but that is actually part of the acquisition as well. And there's multiple outcropping mineralised porphyry units, which we will be chasing. Other prospects, as I mentioned, all across this 28 kilometre long shear zone, which is highlighted in yellow there. You can see that there is numerous deposits that we will be chasing. So many to prioritise, but we're pretty excited to be starting on the Melville deposit. That will be the nucleus, and then we'll work our way around in a systematic fashion. Also, not forgetting the Forrestania Gold Project. Obviously, that was one of the reasons I joined the company in the first place. The geology is still there. It requires more work, and I suppose in an explanation for why we're not currently focusing on Forrestania, we were looking for an advanced gold project, and Forrestania for us at the moment is going to take a little bit of time to get to that status. So we're looking forward to keeping on working down there, but at this stage, YALGOO is our main focus. And the Patterson Copper Gold Project, this was an area that we acquired in a strategic fashion, just pegging some good geology, and we've also added to that. So we will be announcing to the market shortly exactly what that project is starting to look like. So we're pretty excited about that one as well. In summary, we've got a tight capital structure. We're well funded, 2.8 million in the bank at this time, and we have a strong focus. That's what I really want to get across to people, is that for the last 2 years I've spent all my time, literally all my time, focusing this company on gold. That's been my background. That's what I want to go forward with. That's what I've been successful with. That's what I know. So that's what we're going to keep doing. The YALGOO Gold Project is our primary project. It is our focus, and we will be working on that very, very closely. We're leveraging our gold-focused portfolio. We also have very supportive shareholders. Through this capital raising, we've picked up a number of very supportive shareholders who are very keen on what we're doing. They like the focus. Hopefully they like me, and we'll keep working together to make this project grow.
Thank you very much, Simon. Somebody has asked us, why has the YALGOO project been pretty dormant from an exploration perspective for 15 years or so?
Oh, that's an easy one. It was held in private hands. That's the reason.
So did the private owners pursue it, or they
No, they didn't. They basically sat on it for 15 years.
Right. And another investor has asked us, what sort of scale do you expect or do you envisage could be achieved at YALGOO in terms of the size of a deposit? Is it potentially a standalone operation? Is it a...
Yeah. Yep. Look, I think that's a really good question. That's something I asked myself when we first looked at the project. The closest analogy I have is again, Mount Magnet. There's a 6 million ounce system there, same geology, exactly the same rock units, same geological history, and I don't see any reason why we can't see 1 million ounces at least at YALGOO, and that's my goal.
So it's the same style of mineralisation as Mount Magnet?
100%.